So we've got a little bit of news, non-Comic-Con news. First of all, it was announced that Ridley Scott is going to be directing a Alien prequel, a story before everything happened. So first of all, my question is Ripley going to be in it?
Probably not.
And I mean...
maybe like Ripley's dad or something. Yeah.
You know, right. And haven't we learned everything we could possibly learn about the Alien series? Like, is there story left for... I mean, Ridley Scott's great, but is there story left?
Well, I think maybe like their home planet or where they come from, or, you know, what made them or something. I could see that. I just don't think it's something I would be interested in.
Yeah.
I've been burned by the Alien franchise.
Yeah.
Just one too many times.
Also, this week the Television Critics Association press tour has been going on. So HBO, I guess, announced that they were renewing all their Sunday night shows. True Blood, Entourage, Hung. USA announced that they were renewing Burn Notice and Royal Pains.
Yeah, which is great
for both those. So a lot of the best cable shows, which are really the best shows on TV, they're all coming back for new seasons.
And not to derail what we're talking about, but Burn Notice last night was so good.
Right.
It really took a turn for the better last night with the Michael and Fiona relationship.
And next week is the summer finale, so then it's going to take a whole nother switch. You know, because it's really about him trying to get back into being a spy, and she kind of likes things the way they are now.
But the ending last night when he was handed that phone, and you're just like, holy crap.
Yeah, but it was sort of like, I don't know, he had a look on his face like, was it worth it because he lost her?
Yeah, which I think is going to be the basis for the end of the show. That's just my thought, is that he'll give up being a spy for what he has now. Because what he has now is more fulfilling than...
Right. I think he'll figure it out. It's just taking him a long time to figure it out.
But yeah, so that's, and no real word on Psych yet. Because we know Monk is in its final season. Psych actually starts next week. August 7th. Yeah, next Friday.
I'm sure it's going to get renewed, honestly. I think they're just waiting for the premiere to announce it, maybe, so...
Well, like I said, it's the best show on television. And can I say the commercials they're airing, knocking The Mentalist, are hilarious.
Oh, and you got a little thing about The Mentalist.
I talked to Steve Franks, because I guess the people behind us, what they did was we sat at tables, or sort of round tables, and they had a few reporters and 2 empty chairs, and they would bring people by. And so the table behind us really didn't want to talk to Steve Franks. Yeah. So he just kind of sat down and was talking about restaurants and stuff. Yeah. And so they came like, would you like to talk to Steve Franks? And we're like, yes! Bring him over. And so I think he was kind of shocked that we had questions for him. And so the one guy that was sitting next to me asked him about The Mentalist and, what he thinks about that, because it is a direct ripoff. Right. And so he was saying, when you go to a grocery store and you go to the top shelf and you see, Cheerios there, and then you go down a few shelves and there's, the generic brand that's, almost the same title, but it's like Cheerios.
It's in a bag.
Yeah. He goes, it's kind of like that. So, got him to come out. We all had a good laugh about that. So, other news?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm done with my rant, my USA rant. Sorry.
We're a little rusty. So the other news. Also at the Critics Association, Edward Norton was promoting this documentary he's working on, but someone asked him if he was going to be playing the Hulk in the upcoming Avengers movie, and he gave a very sort of vague no comment, which... To me, it seems a little odd because, first of all, anybody knows whenever a movie studio makes a giant franchise, they immediately sign everybody up for 3 movies. So it seems odd that they would not have signed him to a contract to do 3 movies.
I think they probably did. He's known for being not the nicest person in the world.
He's a real sort of artsy method actor type. But it would just be interesting to me if they'd be, on their 3rd Hulk. If they, for whatever reason, couldn't get him back, do they call up Eric Bana,
just bring someone new.
But, I mean, I think he did the better portrayal, so I certainly hope they can get him back into it. But, obviously there was some controversy with the movie, so maybe, who knows?
Well, I had heard original, this is a year or 2 ago, that the original idea for the Avengers movie would be, the Hulk would sort of be the bad guy for the beginning of the movie. That's why the team is brought together to kind of take down the Hulk.
Right.
And then, like, as soon as they did, then the bigger threat would be revealed, and so they would have to, the Hulk would have to help them to...
And then also my question to you was, what kind of talks could there have been with Hugh Jackman to possibly have Wolverine make an appearance?
Well, I mean, because it's a different company. So
I get that, but, come on!
Well, like, I blogged about this a couple weeks ago, is there's that good chance that Paramount could merge with another company.
Right.
So if it merges with Sony, then we could have Spider-Man, Venom. They own a few characters, so maybe one of those characters can... Because Spider-Man is in the Avengers right now, and Tobey Maguire's in this huge contract, so there's that. Or if they went to Fox...
Yeah.
It gives us all the X-Men, it gives us the Fantastic Four.
Right.
So it opens up a lot of possibilities.
Because obviously, if you're doing an Avengers movie, you want Wolverine, and it's not like they can just cast a new Wolverine, because Hugh Jackman's Wolverine at this point, so...
Yeah. So I think that would be worth. But they're still writing it, apparently. Zach Penn is writing it. So we've still got a ways to go, I think.
So we'll have lots more to say
a few more
on this,
movies. We got Thor and Captain America, and we even got to wait for Iron Man 2. Yeah. So there's a long while. So it's time for Stump the Host. It's Stephanie's turn. So hopefully, this is a pretty easy question, I think. Okay. So we talked about funny people. One of the stars of Funny People is Adam Sandler.
Of course.
And Leslie Mann. Who is married to Judd Apatow.
Yes.
They have actually worked together before. What movie did they work together in before?
Adam Sandler and Leslie Mann.
Yep. And I thought it was actually a funny movie. A lot of other big names in that movie. I think I'm giving too much away already.
I'm not an Adam...
It's about 10 years old, I think, you have to go back.
I'm not an Adam Sandler connoisseur, so,
we got plenty of time. We ended a little early, so
okay.
we got plenty of time. I'm sure people love to sit here and watch you like...
In my head, I'm trying to run through the Adam Sandler credit list,
Tell us what you're thinking, just out so...
Yeah, I'm just going through it. I'm like, Billy Madison, who was in that with them, and I'm like Happy Gilmore, who was in that. So, like I said, in my head, I'm just running through the Adam Sandler hit list.
Okay, so let's give us your answer. I'm sure people love, watching you,
no,
rack your brain.
I get it. But, yeah, I'm just gonna say... Oh, Big Daddy.
Yes! Wow. Pulled that one out of left field, didn't you?
I really, really had to pull that one out.
And I thought she was hilarious in that movie.
She was great. She was great.
So there you go. Check out our site. It's inscape.com. Plenty of Comic-Con stuff you could still look on there. Lots of news happened this week, too, with Ben Silverman. Lots of stuff. So check it out, and we'll see you next week.